What's up, everybody? Invincible Season 2 continued this week as we approach the season finale next week. There will be spoilers for the episode here in my review, so you've been warned. Now let's get into episode 7. Starting it off like we always do, let's check on our titular character, Invincible. He starts off this week's episode trying to repair his relationship with Amber and just spend more time with her. The couple heads to Comic-Con, which Mark feels is more his thing, and he starts to get guilty about it. But their date is interrupted as Eve calls Mark asking him to help Rex because he escaped the hospital and went off on a solo mission. That fight scene ended up being super dope, and it helps when you've got Jason Mantzoukas voicing Rexplode being hilarious. Then Mark and Amber have another date later on in the episode, and things actually do seem to be better in their relationship, but since that would be way too easy for Mark, Anessa shows up and threatens Amber. Mark gets her to go up to the sky to talk and zips off to get his suit and earpiece to cut Cecil in. Testing her honesty about caring for the human race, Mark goes to save a cruise ship from a giant kaiju, and she does end up assisting him. But when that fight is over, she ends up attacking Mark, and it's hard to say he even put up a fight here because he got his ass beat. He just continued to refuse his Viltrumite calling, and she just lost it on him. And as if that wasn't enough for Mark, he goes back to Amber's dorm after the fight where she's still pretty shaken up about the whole thing, and then boom, they break up. Eve, the time has come. Save us now. Then, arguably the biggest thing in this episode is the end, where Mark gets a phone call from his mom and picks it up to hear none other than Angstrom Levy in his living room. Moving on, let's hit a couple things here with the Guardians of the Globe from this episode. First thing is going to be Rudy and her robot continues to try and just help Monster Girl with her aging problem, but it's not getting him anywhere. He's not getting anywhere in his research, and it's not helping their relationship. In fact, it's driving a wedge in that relationship, and the whole team is just a mess. That really shows itself when the Immortal tries to quit the team following the death of Duplicate, but Cecil, being Cecil, refuses to let him do so and gives him a vacation while also reinstating Robot as team leader. Finally, let's go over everything else that happened with characters outside those two categories. Kicking this section off is going to be Mark and William's friend Rick, who's back at school but not doing so well as he's having nightmares about what D.A. Sinclair did to him and also what the government did to him putting him back together. Then there's Donald, who's going through something similar actually, as he tries to quit his job working for Cecil because he says he just can't trust him after what he's done. That is, until Donald discovers it was his choice to never remember anything about what happens to him and that he's died over 30 times. He actually uses that discovery and his little bit of comfort he's found with it to help Rick out when he's up on the ledge of a building thinking of jumping. Donald bonds with him over their similarities and in what's actually a really touching scene from what I'd say are some unsuspecting characters to have such a scene. The episode ends as we see Alan run into a Viltrumite ship and he ends up fighting Anissa too, but he's much stronger now than he was when he almost died to Viltrumites, as he allows himself to get captured because he wants to be taken to the same prison as Omni-Man and just get in contact with him, which will lead to an awesome storyline to see translated to TV from the book. And so that'll do it for my breakdown of the 7th episode from Invincible Season 2. The best episode of Part 2 of the season by far, and I can't wait for the finale next week. Let me know what you thought of it down in the comments below and make sure you have a great day.